All right, welcome into another edition of Catching Up with Tommy Mac here on 1010XL's podcast platform, 1010XL.com. Of course, we're on Facebook on 1010XL's Facebook page, and also always live streaming on the relevant app, RELEVNT. Check it out on the App Store or Google Play. I tell you what, not just for, us Jag fans, but all types of fans, and whether it's sports or other likes and interests, you can catch it all on the relevant app. It's a free download for now, so if you want to get in now. And enjoy it. Like-minded fans right here on the Jaguar Fanatics channel, which we are streaming on. All right, so Jags lose to the Giants. I watched the game. My buddy, these RVs are sick, man. They got TVs built into the side of them, and they just have a cover that it looks like it's part of the dang vehicle. They just plop it up, and there it is, built right into the RV. I don't have friends in low places, let me tell you that. You like that? I don't. I do. Let me check that. I do. I'm a very well-rounded individual, so I do have friends in low places, but I also have friends in other places. And let me tell you something. The flat-screen TV coming out of the side of the RV is pretty damn cool. So we sat there and watched it, me and my buddy Robbie, and, just aggravating once again. I tell you, we're going to get into a lot here because it just, look, the record sucks. It does, and I don't want to hear how close we are. That to me means nothing. You go back to Sunday. Your defense had a chance to win the game. Your offense, now granted, your offense, yes, I agree, should have scored more. The fumble, obviously, by ETN, not getting it down there in the red zone, not scoring I get that. But 17 points with the lead, you should win. Your defense has got, it's time to step up and get off the field. Terrible on third down again. Ridiculous penalty by Aluakin. Really? To launch yourself and dip your head into his face, if that's not like 101 hitting in the face, I don't know what is, come on. Look, defense was very good for 3 quarters, weren't they? For the most part. But what did the Giants do? Adjustments. Daniel Jones killed you. And by the way, I know people are going to get all up in the arms and whatever. I don't care. Trevor and Daniel Jones, they're a good one-on-one comparison in my book. And I want to see Trevor run more like Daniel Jones. That's a weapon, man. Do you really care how they score? Watching Monday Night Football last night, watching Justin Fields. Do you really care if he runs it in or throws it in? I could care less. Just score more than them so we can get a victory. 4 in a row. You look terrible. And this is the problem I have. And I know it's going to sound so old school, but again, I don't really care. I shouldn't even say that. I'm not trying to make no friends down at the stadium. I respect everybody. And I know I sound like a certain way, but I don't totally mean it that way, but it does. I want this team to win. I want the organization to be successful. I expected more out of a Doug Peterson team. Don't tell me they're close. I don't care. Hey, we're down in the red zone. Score. You're going to go for it on 4th down. Get it. 4th and 1, 4th and inches, 3rd and 1. Get it. Defense, get off the field on 3rd down. Pressure the QB. Get a turnover without whacking the quarterback in the head. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You don't look back. Look, in 96, and we're going to compare it to 96 because I keep seeing this. In 96, we finished 9-7. There's at least 2 games we should have won without question. On the road at New Orleans, we should have we had them beat, and we had St. Louis beat, the Rams. We could have been, think about this, 11-5 our second year in existence. How awesome was that? Would that have been? Maybe in the metaverse world we could make that crap up, but not in the real world, because at the end of the day, what was our record? 9-7. They don't go back and be like, but man, were they close. They finished 5-11 or 12, but man, those 12 losses, they were so darn close. Shucks. Doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. I expected more. 2-5 sucks, and it's like Groundhog Day again. And I'm not just talking last year. Just seems undisciplined. 13 penalties. Look, you want to blame the refs, blame the refs. I don't blame the refs. It's part of the human error, part of the game. They make errors. They do. I don't know. When we see them blatantly on the replay, I don't know how they don't overturn or see it the way we do. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're talking to Vegas. Vegas sure lured you in. 3-point favorite. We're favored again, aren't we? I wouldn't take that bet. I wouldn't take that bet. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. Well, I'm sorry.
For the whole zebras part of the conversation with the refs.
Yeah.
There were a couple that I even noticed in the stands, and Giants fans kind of clapped back at Jaguar fans when Jaguar fans were tweeting about the refs and stuff. And to defend the Giants fans, I definitely noticed it watching the game in the stands. Cam Robinson got away with holding Kayvon Thibodeau like 3 or 4 times.
No, I know. That kid, he's a player.
He was beating Cam Robinson all game.
Yep.
Cam was holding him a lot.
Yep.
And they only called one. They didn't call very many.
And the roughing the passer penalty on Trevor on 97 was stupid. He grabbed him by his shirt and pulled him down.
Right.
That's roughing the pass. Whatever. It always goes both sides. I take that. I don't care. I don't care. You had plenty of chances to win. Why didn't you win? You didn't win because of penalties. You didn't win because of that fumble. You didn't win because of the red zone touchdowns, lack thereof, the troubles. And you did not win because your defense once again failed you. Where's the pass rush? Where are the studs? Where are the Stallions? I believed in it too. Where are they? Looked okay for a little while, but guess what? It's 4-quarter game. Saquon Barkley ran all over you in the fourth quarter. So did Jones. And why didn't we have anybody on Jones? Why don't we? I don't know. Spy, not spy. I don't care. Whatever. Get somebody as fast as him. Clearly not ready for him to take off and run on you. Trevor was fine overall. I mean, obviously 50% completion percentage isn't very good, but no picks, no sack. Didn't get sacked. Obviously with whatever. I want to see him run more. I want to see him be more like Daniel Jones because I think a skill set wise, they're very close. And there's nothing wrong in saying that. Giants are 6-1. We're not. Well, but they're not a very good team, Tom. Really? Okay. Maybe not. They beat you. Beat us. Just annoying. Just annoying. Going for 2, I don't care. Just make it. You live and die by that sword, Doug. You know it. You know it. He knows it. He don't care. He don't care what I say. He don't care what anybody say. Look, if you're going to go for it, fourth down, be better than 50%. I'm only asking for 50. I'd prefer a 75 because it is a very important down in a football game, depending especially on field position. Go for it. I don't go for it.
Especially when you consider.
But do it.
Especially when you consider usually if you're going for it on fourth, that doesn't mean it's 4th and 10.
No, right.
It's 4th and 1. Right. It's 4th and inches. You need to get those, man.
Yeah. I think they're on to the quarterback sneak, so that'd be my,
Did you see a couple weeks ago the way the Eagles did their quarterback sneaks?
Yeah.
On Sunday Night Football?
Remind me.
It was when they were playing the Cowboys.
Yep.
They had more, like probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, pushing them from the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they had done that, Trevor would have easily gotten it.
Yeah.
I would love that. Why not?
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. At the end, you just didn't get the job done. And quite frankly, I'm just sick of it. I don't know what to expect anymore. That's why I said last week, right? Maybe we should lower the expectation. They're just not very good. And look, yes, in 1996, we were 3-6, 4-7 before we went on a run. We were. We also were treated as such. Nobody told us we were a good team. Nobody told us we're close. I remember Coughlin, one of his greatest lines he would always use, there's no solace in losing. Now, I didn't totally agree with that because if I had a really good game and we still lost, I still felt okay about my performance, right? By the way, opposite. If I had a crappy game and we won, I felt like crap. I mean, I was happy we won, but I was disappointed in my own play. So I don't totally believe there's no solace in losing. But as a team, there's no solace. We almost had them, silver lining, whatever you want to call it. We were treated like a 4-7 team. We got ripped a lot. Now, granted, back then it was different. Okay, you do it differently, fine now. But the principles of accountability are still there. Why do we still have penalties? Why is your captain, Oluwakon's a captain, isn't he?
Yes.
Why is he headbutting the quarterback in the face? Why? What is that? Why is your rookie Travon Walker making mistakes like that? Other mistakes, not a Lewikens mistake. Other mistake, whipping down the QB after the play. Those type. Where's the discipline? Is it happy-go-lucky? Is it, hey, we'll get him? And, look, and this isn't a rip on Doug thing. Doug Peterson is a very good coach. I don't know what's going on. I don't know his style. I don't know how he did it in Philly. All I know is he won. So that's what you expect here. Maybe not in year one. Fine. You can say, well, we're better. Well, great. That doesn't mean anything. When I hear that, well, at least we're better than last year, I feel like we're talking about high school. We're talking about the National Football League. It's all about wins. It's not about, well, geez, we're one-score games. Yeah, well, I don't know. So were we. So was Coughlin in his last year. Do you remember that? 6-10. I had to go back. I wanted to just look because I remember this stat. He had 4 games. They lost by 2 points or less. 1 3 points or less. 2-7. Turn that around. Would you have fired him after 10-6, 11-5? No, you wouldn't have. But guess what? They didn't win. That's why you fired him. The fans had enough. So, too many men on the field. Then encroachment. I mean, it's like, yeah, what are you doing? Relevant heard what I said when I was going to call this show. I think Graham heard it on the way in, but I can't say it over 1010's airwaves.
Well, I think
it's just so frustrating.
To your whole point, why being close is not an excuse, is because so most of the games any given Sunday are at 1 p.m., right?
Yeah.
At about 3:30, when the games are winding down, it's about fourth quarter.
Yep.
Go look across the league at every game. They're almost all going to be one-score games.
Yeah, pretty close. Most
it's
of them.
not like this isn't college football where teams win by 50.
Right.
If you don't win close games, you stink in the NFL.
You have to win the close games.
Yes, because
you have to make the plays that count, that take you to that victory, offense and defensively. You can't make mistakes. You can't have stupid penalties. You can't.
The league is literally designed to consistently have close games all the time.
Yeah.
It obviously does not always work that way. Any given Sunday, you're going to have a couple of teams that get dominated. And we've been that team for such a long time that we're close. We're like, oh my God, we're close. Thank God. It doesn't matter. You're still losing. 2-5 is 2-5, and it's terrible.
Yep.
It's that simple.
I agree. And how does it get better? Not the process. Nobody wants to hear that crap. What is it? By the way, back tonight, I keep seeing this comparison to 96. Just back to it real quick. 3 Pro Bowlers, including our QB, Jimmy Smith emergence, probably the best draft class in the history of our team with Beasley and Brackens. But they don't have a Brackens. You don't have a Hardy right now either. You got a Beasley. Campbell's good. What are you going to do about Shaq? Shaq's coming back if he's healthy. I don't know. I just don't know. But at the end of the day, they're 2-5, and they got Denver. Denver's got a good D. They'll keep them in games. Obviously, Russell Wilson may not play. By the way, last night, pulling back Jones so early was weird. I was like, what? And then it didn't work out for you. Congrats to the Bears for whooping that ass, man. That's pretty darn good. It was a big win for them. They got a long way to go, but nonetheless. All right, elephant in the room we're going to get into. I'm trying to make sure I got all my notes in. O-line did enough, So did theirs. I don't know why we didn't spy Daniel Jones. Maybe not right in the beginning because he weren't right. Okay, fine. Then adjust to it. He rips off 2. Those are killers, just so everybody knows. When the quarterback takes off and runs for a first down, not called runs, pass calls that they take off and run for, that's a dagger in your sail. I'm telling you, it makes you even more tired. Because you're sitting there covering, you got your coverage, all right, we got him. Boom, out and he gets out of the chute. Next thing you know, like, oh, son of a bitch, I got to chase this guy down and then go back and try to, you know what I mean? Trust me, those are daggers when that happens. So to not put anybody there, or at least like an eye on him, maybe not a man-to-man spy, but something. That was just brutal. And then, look, you got pushed around again. That's one thing about the D. You did the fourth quarter especially. Maybe you got tired. Okay, but I don't care. Run more.
But, Tommy.
Run more.
But Tommy, Doug told me that it was a passing league and you really didn't need dominant interior linemen.
I don't know why he's so steadfast on that. Just isn't it whatever it takes to win? Why does it have to be pass? Why do you even have to say it? Why? I don't get it. The job is to score in any way possible. End around to Agnew for 80. Who cares? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But
well, if you need evidence that running the ball can do that for you, just look at how you lost on Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
It was Saquon finally made a couple of plays and got going.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden Saquon's on everybody's radar.
Yep.
And then Daniel Jones just kept
smell you later. Out to shoot. Boop. No, I know.
Yep. But again, Doug told me that it was a passing league. Yeah. I didn't need dominant interior defensive line.
I don't know why he's forcing that. Okay, everyone's going to be upset, but whatever. And he's still a young player, so there's still room to grow. But he's Daniel Jones. That's what he is. I was watching the game. I'm like, they look awfully a lot alike. Not in a bad way. Like, I like Daniel Jones. He's not a top-tier quarterback, but look, he played well enough to beat our butt, you know? So why force this whole pass thing on this young man? Well, maybe he's just not that guy. Do you have to prove that he's the guy? Does Trent? Look, I say no. Why? Because everybody would have taken him. If you didn't, they would have taken him. So, I don't know. And you never saw James Robinson's value. You know, segue into the trade. Man, what a shock. I was at RV City last night. I tell you, let me just sidebar real quick. That Florida-Georgia week, I mean, the RVs were lined up like last night. I went last night and spent the night with my buddy Robbie. Needs some help getting ready for this morning. We're hanging around with other friends that have RVs. They've got a great group. There's like 8 of them, 4 RVs that always 2 on one side, 2 on the other. One's a Gator. No, 3 are Gators. One's a huge Georgia Bulldog fan. They have the best time. It's just so awesome. I mean, what a week. It makes you appreciate college. They don't do that at Boston College. That ain't happening. It's just not it's not that kind of ball, I guess. But so cool to be out there. And then you get in line, and there's RVs everywhere. Just awesome. So I helped them set up. Had a beer. I didn't finish the Jell-O. They tried to get me to do a Jell-O shot. It's like a tradition, and let's just say I went halfway. The other half didn't go down to shoot. Let's just leave it at that. But nonetheless, great to be out there. It's going to be a great week. I'll be back Thursday and Friday. Like I said, my buddy Robbie, he's got a great setup. Him and his wife, Jennifer. All right, so J-Rob to the Jets for a 6th-round conditional 5th. Hey, he was a free agent. We got at least a 6th round. Great. That's awesome. Leaves you with ETN, Hasty, Snoop Doggy Dog. And, again, I did write down pass first team, so that's okay. ETN looked great. Got to hold on to the ball. We know that. Terrible fumble. Terrible timing is what it is. Hasty's got speed. Snoop we don't see, but whatever. Look, the guy, is it Breece Hall that got hurt? If he doesn't get hurt, this trade doesn't happen. It happened. Look, and I will give Doug this, that he might have had every intention to make J-Rob part of this team, right? And maybe he's dealing with the knee and whatever injuries, right? And it does happen fast. I mean, a guy goes down, Breece Hall, he goes down with an ACL and meniscus. They need a back. They know what's going on down here. Hey, why don't we call Jacksonville, see if they'll maybe deal James Robinson? And then next thing you know, like, well, what can we get for him? I mean, it's would I have done it? I mean, I mean, running backs aren't valued that much anymore. I don't know why, but I would have liked to got higher. You might get a 5th round out of him. Look, he's gonna do great, and I hope he does great. And he is that kind of back. He needs time. He needs, he doesn't. It's not like ETN. Boom, 50 yards. It's more like 6 here, -1. 8 there, 2, 15, boom, maybe 30, boom. You know what I mean? And he just needs to get going. That's more of a, jet-style offense. So I think he'll fit in great there, and I hope he does great. I hope he proves them all wrong, to be honest with you, starting with Urban and with Doug. I don't think they really, even with this whole pass first, it's like, man, you got 2 backs. You got two backs here that are really good. James Robinson is really good. Don't even give me that. He is a really, really good football player. You're going to miss him, I think. And I hope you do. You know, nothing. I don't have any. Obviously, I love the Jags. I want that kid to do well. He never saw his talent. After the year he had before Urban, they never saw his talent. And even again, look, here's the thing when new coaches come in and GMs, are they your guys or did you inherit the guys? You know what I mean? If there's no real tie, there's no tie. You know what I mean? Trent Baalke he's not tied to him. Doug's definitely not. I don't know. You know, politics happen. I know a lot of fans aren't happy. I'm happy for J-Rob. You know, look, ETN looks fantastic if he holds on to the ball. He does. I mean, he's for what Doug wants to do, especially this pass first stuff, ETN's better fit. I get it. If you're truly pass first, which they are, he's clearly said that, you don't have time for your running back to get going. You know what I mean? If I'm a pound it, play action, misdirection, pound it, play action, misdirect, whatever. You know what I mean? That fits. But not if I'm in shotgun, whipping the ball around 43 times. Look, I'll tell you this. I've said it before, and I'm no expert by any means, but you go looking back at Trevor's success and non-success, he throws it around 35 times. He does. Go look. I mean, he did. First game with the Colts, same deal. He needs to stop, too, about how good. I don't want to hear, that's one thing. And again, it's a new era. It's a new world. It's a new everything, I guess. Whatever. But look, let me, I'm not laughing. It's the way you deliver it, right? Because you still have to have accountability. There isn't silver lining. There's no trapdoor. There's no solace in losing. No, there's not. Not as a team. It's not how you're treated, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean you have to stand up there and yell at them and scream at them and all that. But you know what? They have to be treated like a 2-5 team. When I hear certain things, it doesn't feel like they are. Now, again, if it works, when you win, nobody cares. When you lose, it compounds. It's like interest, it compounds. It just crushes you in the end. When you're 2-5, all these questions come up. They're valid. I'm just saying people questioning what's going on. I'm just shocked we're 2-5. Again, a lot more football to be played. Whatever. We got to see what happens. Maybe they go on a run. They could. Wouldn't that be wild through the easier part of their schedule? They stink. And then the hard part, they rip through it. I'm all for that. Is it going to happen? I don't know. We're not dominant enough on defense. Where's that vaunted pass rush? Where are they? Now I'm seeing should we trade, Josh Allen? What? You trade him, you missed on him. Rookie or not. I'm sorry. He should be in his prime right now, kicking the ass out of people. We'll give Trevon Walker a little time, but come on. And I think it's overplayed. I think he's doing fine. He's just not. Look, as a defense, you're not hitting the QB enough. You're not getting after the QB enough. You suck on third down. 50% sucks. You can't win. And then throwing the penalties and throwing dumb penalties and throwing all that. And then you got an offense that's, I don't know. What would you call it? Inconsistent. Let's leave it at that. They're an inconsistent offense. Look good at times, don't look good at times. Well, you're an inconsistent defense. Maybe just an inconsistent team. But what's going to change? What's going to change? Look, you move on from J-Rob. It's over. Unless he doesn't pass his physical, which you want him to. I do. I want him to get a clean slot. He needs to get out of here. Sometimes you get stuck. It's just part of the business. It is. And you deserve if you've proven yourself that you have the starter qualities, which he has, you deserve a chance to go play for somebody that can appreciate those. They weren't appreciated here after the first year. They just weren't. You know, it's funny, the speed thing. He hit a 50-yarder. I'll take it for a touchdown. Hit a 37-yarder for a touchdown. I'll take it. I don't need 80. Hasty hit a 60? That was fantastic. I'll take that too. The players are going to just have to suck it up and step up, man. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. I mean, you got to look in the mirror, man. You got to look in the mirror. What do I got to do better? You know? Coaches, too. Coach, play calling's been, Sometimes it looks really good. Sometimes you're questioning the heck out of it. I don't question the last play. Look, it was close. It was close, just not close enough. And then you tie it. Of course he's going to go for 2. Again, I don't care that he goes for 2 a lot. Just you got to be better than 50%. You should be about 70. So, pass first. All right, whatever. Win first. How about that? That's what I want to say. Win. What's this saying? Not now, who now? What's it? What after week 3?
So what, now what?
So what, now what?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I say to every, silver lining. Well, we're a pretty good team. So what, now what? Well, we're 1 score away. So what, now what?
Yeah, it kind of works for everything.
I think it does. I actually
good or bad, it kind of works.
Yeah.
I said good or bad, it kind of works.
Yeah, it does. You know what also works? Look how little these specs are. I don't even know who they I think they're my wife's. Hey, when you need readers, you grab whatever's close. That's all I'm going to say.
Those make you look young and hip.
Yeah, does it?
Absolutely.
Especially with my Duval as, you know what?
Makes you look like a Riverside guy.
Nice. Like that, like 5 points?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I can hang in 5 points.
Absolutely.
You know what even made me cool? Here, I'll show my tattoo. Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that more Riverside?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I would say, you got some some color.
Yeah.
Some juice.
Right.
Yeah. I fit in. I'm a chameleon, man. I can hang out with anybody.
Get a couple of IPAs.
Whatever. A couple of whatevers. A couple of everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But all right. So, look, I'm not happy either. You may find silver lining makes you happy. That's fine. I don't think the team should be putting that out there. I'm not saying they're totally putting it out there, but they make comments sometimes where just like, we're really close. No, you're not. You're 2-5. You're not close. And that's what it is. So hopefully it gets better. I'm hoping for the best. I don't know if they're going to beat the Broncos. I have no idea. I think they better be worried about the Broncos' defense because they get after it. And they're going to disrupt your quarterback. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to abuse our O-line. Sorry, O-line. I'm sorry. I just don't see. And although, hey, Jawaan Taylor's playing some really good football. I gotta give him that. There's no doubt about it. As a whole, you didn't give up any sacks. I didn't feel like Trevor was under pressure. I thought he had plenty of time. He made some poor throws. Obviously, when you complete 50%, you're not very accurate. It's been a problem, but not that bad, obviously, at 50. So get to work, boys. Gentlemen, get to work, gentlemen. You got a lot of work to do. And do you need to win it? Yeah, you need to win it. And then you get a bye. Go to Miami for the weekend. Blow off some steam. Only if you win. How about that? Make that a pact. If you don't win, you got to stay home, every one of you. That's earning it, baby. You know what I'm saying? No, but we deserve a bye. No, you don't. You're 2-5. You don't deserve beep, in my opinion. Go home and study. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I wish them nothing but the best and great, great success. This show brought to you by the Southern Grill down there on the South Bank. Goodfellas, cigars and spirits right there on St. John's Bluff Road. And the Bruss Nutter Wealth Advisory Team down at Ponte Vedra Beach. Great to have them all on board. Hope you all have a great afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. I feel like the game's it's been forever ago. You know what I mean? I'm normally here at 10. It feels like forever ago.
Right.
It's all right. At least this is it. I'm not going to bitch and moan anymore after this show.
The further away it's been, the better.
Yeah. Listen, I wasn't at the game, obviously. Watch a game on TV.
Yeah.
As a former player, seeing that many blue in my stands.
Dude. Bro,
sorry.
It sucks, man.
The only way you're going to change that is by winning. People are not going to spend
100%.
I'm sorry. It's the market we're in. We don't go just to go. You haven't earned it. You haven't. Even the great, the Philadelphia Eagles of the world, the Chicago Bears of the world, the Cowboys of the world, they've all won Super Bowls. That's why people go, because they've seen it before and they want to see it again. They don't go just to go. And if we went just to go, our population's not big enough to just, have, look, up north, 5% of your population could go and you fill your stadium. Not the case here. This doesn't happen. So.
And you factor in with a team like the Giants, tons of New Yorkers have moved here.
Oh, totally.
What I saw a bunch of, because I went to the game.
How do they get the tickets? Are they just available and the team just sell? I mean, I don't blame the team for selling tickets. You got to sell the tickets.
because the Jaguar fans don't buy them.
So they're just available.
Yes,
nobody's selling them to them is what I'm getting at. They're not giving them to Giant fans. They're selling them. They're just buying them off online or
Ticketmaster or whatever.
Right.
But what I saw a ton of, and this is not super uncommon, when I was walking into the stadium, just in different parking lots I walked past to get inside, tons of cars parked with Giants stickers and stuff on the car and Florida license plates.
Yeah, well, but you can still keep those people out by buying tickets. But I'm telling you,
100%.
Not going to buy tickets until you start winning. For the record, we'll go back to 96 and wrap it up. Guys were paying for tickets so they would put it on TV. Then Winn-Dixie came in and bought all it. We weren't selling out our stadium when we were losing. Year 2, go back. You remember, people. There was always, you had to have a certain amount to be shown on local TV. There was a threshold. I don't know if they still do that, but they did it back then. And we had to make sure, not me, because I wasn't a big money player, but the big money guys, they were buying tickets. When Dixie came in, made sure that it would be shown on the local channels. It wasn't because fans were buying the tickets. When we started winning, then it went crazy.
Well, remember like 2000.
Then it went wild. That was fun.
Remember like 2009, 10, like that era?
Yeah.
Right before Wayne Weaver sold the team, there were tons of blacked out games.
No, right.
There was one like entire season that got blacked out.
Yeah, I remember.
I think
that was a stupid rule. I hated that rule.
Well, because of the NFL's new contract, it's not that way anymore. Right. So like that's not really an issue.
To be able to block out.
It's because everyone's gotten smarter and realized that ticket sales don't affect TV ratings.
No, not at all.
What?
Right. So
putting the game on TV is always a net positive for everyone.
Totally. Especially locally.
Yeah.
You win, they'll come. I'm sorry. They're just not going to come. I've been here long enough. I played here in the early days, and we lived through it. And then seen it ever since. Go back to 2017. You telling me it wasn't rocking? Go back. It was. Why? Because we won. We had a badass defense, and we were winning. Now, we were only 10-6, but we were still winning. You don't have to be 14-3, but you got to win. And when we see penalties, when we see undisciplined play, these people know, I shouldn't say these people, us people know the game of football. They've been around it. If you don't think so, just go ride around the stadium this week and see how much they love football. They're everywhere. They're going to be everywhere. It's so great for the city, and it should stay here. Recruit. Look, if it's a problem of recruiting on either side, give them both the same, and let them talk to the guys. These rules, they won't talk. You can't talk to them, but you can go out to dinner with a booster and get a bunch of money in an envelope. Makes a lot of sense. All right, that'll do it for us this time around. And catching up with Tommy Mack here on 1010XL's podcast platform at 1010XL.com. Also on all the social media channels, including their Facebook page. It's on demand as well. And we always live stream right here on the relevant app. Today was on the Jaguar Fanatics channel, where you can go hang out with other Jag fans. You can bitch, you can moan, you can celebrate, you can do whatever you want. Question, trades, whatever. It's all right there for you on the relevant app. Check it out on the App Store and on Google Play. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there, man. We'll see you right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mack. Peace.